How does it feel to have the second best mid laner in finals to be playing for you on Monday?
I think it feels like hopefully we'll have the first best after this week, but we're making it. Hey, at least we have the first best ADC though. I have the MVP of the league on my team. Sure, yours may have some great numbers and great CS, but Chrome MVP of the league and soon to be MVP of the finals.
If anybody's the MVP of the finals, it'd be Ultimice, but I think we already have a plan to deal with him. Because the rest of the map's not really a concern.
Okay, well, I feel
Alf
like
will probably die under mid tier 1 at least once or twice trying to ego kill Risen, and so that's fine.
Yeah, I do feel like Gav really should have been on vacation this coming week. I feel like the only thing that he dug is his grave for this week because he chose to not go on vacation and face Ultimice. So we're gonna have a special time top lane. I'll say that.
I don't think so though, because I think that Gav is smart enough. He knows his job, and I don't think that the same can be said for some of the counterparts on the opposite team.
No,
I'm ready for the Alf Yone to just die on repeat again. That's what I'm planning. We're gonna be leaving that open.
Okay. Or are you ready for Darrison to do something this game though? Because this is the second time I've seen him in finals, and Ultimice saw him, and I saw him last split. He's, in fact, it's interesting. His Discord bio shows all of his chips. Right, he's got his Risen chip from Rampage. He's got his BOL Plat chip, and two-time finalist in Titan. And he's looking. I feel bad for my boy Pat Mahomes. Right, like he couldn't three-peat, and unfortunately, I think a three-peat of just finalists is coming to Darrison this year.
Maybe until he brought me in. I'm good friends with Risen in real life. He actually showed up at my work to be like, "Hey, brother, I need a hand." I said, "I've got you." We're 5-1 since then. The one that was some extenuating circumstances there. Probably should have been 6-1. Took out the undefeated team from the other league. I think we're gonna be doing just fine.
Yeah, he had to come and poach the best help he could, I guess.
True. I don't know. I feel like Ultimice is going to do the Ultimice thing, but I think it's going to be the Ultimice show, unfortunately.
Ultimice show, and I think
he's got broad shoulders. He might be able to do it, but
he does. He does have broad shoulders, and sometimes he has to backpack me. That's for darn sure. But I think we've got some good things cooked up this week that it may not just be him. What do you think about these junglers, though? What do you think? We haven't talked about the junglers at all.
Duff's just the best jungler in the league.
Oh, you think so? Really? I mean, I do like his champ pool.
He's the best. He knows his duty on every single role that he plays. Like if he's playing tank engage, he knows what he needs. If he's playing early skirmish, he knows what he needs. He knows where he needs to be. I think that Duff is actually the reason we will win.
Now, I'm just wondering for finals, though, do you think Titan Duff actually in this series stands for Titan debuff? Like, to me, I feel like there's just a big debuff on him, and there's no shot that he's anything compared to my boy Swivel.
Because there's no threat, I have no faith that Alpha's going to roam from mid because he's just going to want to kill Risen on repeat over and over again. So I think it's going to end up being the Duff versus Swivel 1v1.
Okay.
And I think the Duff just clears that.
You think so?
The only question I would have is between ADCs, and I think it comes down to who's got the best farm per minute because I feel like nothing's going to be happening bot lane.
I think that's a good point. I've been looking at the same thing, and I've seen pretty good CS numbers on both champs. The question will be who can actually become relevant, because I think there's a likelihood that either one of them hard carries the game or is absolutely irrelevant. And I don't see Chrome becoming irrelevant.
Depends on what he picks. There's some picks that I kind of want Chrome on. I'm not gonna lie. There's gonna be some things we leave open because, if Ultimice can't do it, Chrome has to.
Yep.
And we're gonna plan for that. We've already discussed. We're already ready for that reality.
Do you feel like you can carry the team?
Oh, 100%.
What I feel like is you got a bunch of weight on your shoulders. I'll tell you that.
I mean, that's true, but I also got broad shoulders, so I'm happy with it. I know my place. I've been the rock of the team since I've come in. We won't talk about the one TK game. I'm like 4-1 on it. That one we're not going to talk about,
That's fair. That was a special game. I went back and I watched that one. That was what we call a special situation.
It was interesting for sure. With
emphasis on the word.
A few capital letters.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But still, that's my own fault.
Hey.
If it's on me, I'm fine with that. I'm comfortable with that.
Now, have you been in finals before? Or is this your first one?
This will be my first one in Titan.
Okay, exciting. Well, looking forward to seeing you there. This is I'm pushing for yet another chip here. I believe that this team can absolutely do it.
Yeah, I've got Drizzen came to me in a moment of need. I'm going to have his back. He has been absolutely gigantically performing in playoffs. He's got the cook, Everybody looks at the 9-1 Mel. Nobody wants to talk about the 8 assist Nocturne. Of course, it's not jungle diff, it's mid diff.
Oh, always mid diff for sure.
Always mid diff. We'll ignore the fact that Titan's got like 100% KP in the first 15 minutes of the game. Just minor details, those are irrelevant. Don't pay attention to Titan. You don't need to ban any of his champions. He's fine.
Yeah, he's totally fine. No big deal.
Yeah, he's not the best jungler in the league.
Yeah, no, same with Swevel. He definitely don't gotta pay any attention to him.
I still have concerns. I think you got a strong top side, but it's like the human body. You got a strong, great top side. You got a really great, legs underneath you, and you're just like you're missing that core. You're missing, the abs there in the mid part. Need some more crunches because if you got strong top, strong bottom, but they're operating independently because you're just missing the mid laner there. It's gonna be rough.
I'm really looking forward to facing Draconical personally because I feel like you have a great champ pool. I think we have a lot of similarities in our champ pool as well, and thank goodness I haven't seen you on the cat, so I don't have to really flame you for that.
I would say, we get to play the game of chicken of who's going to not ban Thresh on blue side.
Exactly, right? But lanterns for the win.
Yep, I have to scream at Bam occasionally, and he listens. That's the best part about Bam, I play with a lot of ADCs that they go for the extra wave, they go for the extra plate, they don't want to listen, and then they die for it.
Yep.
Bam is on it. He's got the hands, and he's willing to listen to direction, and I think that's like probably the single best thing. That like we've set him up correctly. Bam clears in a team fight if it's just a hands check, and he listens when we're outside of the team fights. Like, hey, we have to step back here. We have to respect. We have to, not play too aggressively. Because you want to play aggressively. Aggressive is good, not too aggressive. He's probably the best ADC I've ever played with, and I've played with some legitimately master tier ADCs in Risen Draft League.
That's great. It's an interesting matchup between them as well, because I know it's a pretty storied history between both Bam and Chrome, and I do know that the scales have tipped pretty significantly toward Chrome, especially of late. I'm wondering what kind of chip on the shoulder Bam has going into this.
He's actually really looking forward to it. We did some conversation last night talking about our draft prep that we have going on. He is probably the most confident I've seen him.
Great. Chrome is too. It's going to be a good series, that's for sure. I'm hoping for a banger one. I know both of us have had long 1 a.m. finish times on both quarters and semifinals.
Yeah, that was struggle. Hopefully we don't do that Monday. Either way, I just hope we don't take 20 minutes between each game.
Bench the Kench, man. Bench the Kench.
That's fine, because we're probably not going to get both of them together. Bench the mid laner.
Ooh, okay.
Drizzen can play from ahead, he can carry, he can play from behind, he can run that Karma, that Seraphine mid, he's directional, he can do whatever the team needs him to be. If Alf's not carrying, I'm a little worried.
Okay. Strong words.